In a recent development, in what actually makes it look like one of the best news and informations we have gotten in Nigeria in the recent times, is the fact that all the news we've been hearing concerning Senator Akpabio, it will amaze you to know that Akpabio is back. Wow. Yes, Akpabio is back. Not minding all what the naysayers have been saying. You see, we were actually of the opinion that the government should come out and break the news to us and tell us authentically. But I think it was a good thing that Femi Gbajami-Amila, the chief of staff to the president, after he traveled and with all the prayers from Pastor Jerry Eze and with all the the things that the jazzman from Akwa Ibom State did, finally it was reported that, as unlike the news we heard before, that Senator Akpabio is back. I think this is actually a very, very good news. And what has happened right now is that the President of the Federal Republic has actually sent a big private jet to go and pick him up. And not just to pick him up, there is a red carpet reception at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, all for Senator Akpabio. I think a lot of people will not really like it. Those who have always wanted or wished him not to make it, they will not really be excited. They will not really like it. But for us, from Gist Lover Hub TV, we really, really like it. And we want to say, thank God, finally, thank God that it has happened this way. Because, what do we stand to gain knowing that a fellow man, was spied, or whatever that happened has happened the way it happened? Nobody is going to like it, and nobody is really, really going to enjoy it. What we try to do is to give a balanced representation of what is happening. Yes, a balanced representation of what is happening is what we are actually more interested in doing, and not really like, okay, we want to be happy. We are not carriers of bad news. No, never. We are never carriers of bad news. Bad news has never really been our thing. What has actually been our thing is the fact that we try to give a balanced, objective information of everything that is happening. And so right about now that we know that Akpabio did not buy as it was speculated, we are actually also at the same vein still bringing the information to come and give to you that, see you, that thing that you people thought that the guy caputed. The guy did not really actually kaput. It was just misinformation. The fact that people did not really get the right information. Yes, when you starve people of the truth, whatever they hear or see, it's what they're going to believe. And that is exactly what happened. We were not privileged to have the right information of what actually transpired. Because when you get the right information of what actually transpired, it will now make it easy for you to actually ascertain and know that, okay, this is a statement of fact, this is not a statement of fact. But in circumstances where the truth is being hidden from you, you will now definitely want to imbibe or take anything that you hear or see. And this is actually been the situation with us here in Nigeria, a situation whereby people just get not to hear the main gist. The main gist is hidden from the people, and when you hide the main gist from the people, they are actually going to now collect every Tom, Dick and Harry, anything information that comes to them is what they will just grasp with their two hands. So I think the government also actually needs to do some more. Yeah, the government should actually need to do some more. The government should look for ways of making sure that they give the right information to citizens of the Federal Republic, so that they will not now begin to rely solely on news that does not really seem to be true. Because when when the people are being starved of the right information, they will only want to grapple with whatever they hear or see. And this is actually not the way to go. This is actually not the right approach on how things should be done. Things should be done in such a way that when people from all walks of life now begin to all culminate and come together to enforce a particular thing, then that thing will stand. If you notice, the president has actually mandated a very high, powerful delegation to make sure that they go and give Akpabio a resounding welcome. One of those such people was Senator Ned Nwoko. Another person was Wike and Femi Gbajamiamila himself, who actually brought back Akpabio. This is actually a good time for all of us here to rejoice, because what do we stand to gain knowing or seeing that a fellow citizen? What do we stand to gain knowing that a senator of the Federal Republic is no more? We don't really have anything to gain in that. The only thing we need to do is to see how we all can contribute our own quota to make sure that Nigeria becomes what it should become. Because if Nigeria does not become what it should become, it's there every tendency that we will always be having issues with having to understand the policies that will shape in this country and make the country what it should be. In time past, people have consistently not really been given an opportunity to take some decisions that will be of economic value and importance to them. But right about now, things are beginning to change. Right about now, the dynamics are really, really changing. There's this awareness that everybody is now beginning to have, awareness where you just need to take responsibility for some certain things. And that has actually been what has been our major problem. People are not being held accountable for some of the crimes that they perpetrate. When people are not being held accountable, impunity is actually going to reign. People will just be doing things anyhow, expecting to have a different result. But trust me, you cannot always do the same thing and expect to have a different result. If a different result is what you're actually seeking, then I think it's best for you to see that you come together in such a manner as this to put the country straight. Fixing Nigeria is actually a responsibility for all of us. It is no more time for us to leave fixing of the country to the president, to the governors alone. But it's something that everybody just needs to have a hand and a leg in trying to fix this country. So, I want to say a big welcome to Senate President. And Senate President, just as a little word of advice for you, as you are back now, please try and see that you fix hospitals. Move bills that will fix hospitals both in your locality and even in FCT. Because, come on, it's high time we stop carrying all our big men to go and be treated abroad. It is really wrong. So, welcome, Mr.